Welcome back to another great episode of the Adam Talks podcast.
I started out as a wrestler, 10 years Olympic style. So I started when I was about 9 or so.
We said we don't want Bruce Wayne to be old and that's his reason for retiring. He has to have a reason to not be doing this.
I knew I'd always wanted to do it. I never saw myself at a desk job, and anytime I thought of something else, it always brought me back to wrestling.
Man, I don't like fancy pad work. I like realistic pad work. Am I punching correctly? Am I balanced? Like a lot of them guys will hold pads way outside their faces, and it's just, I don't believe in that type of training, man. Like
for a couple promotions, I wrestled under a mask, and we don't talk about those days. Because those days were fun and really embarrassing.
It is the first annual Berryville Film Festival. I'm the founder and festival director for it. So it's exciting to bring something to a small town, something brand new.
I think anything you do in wrestling has to have meaning to it. No matter like facial expressions, the high flying moves, all that stuff like that.
We're here today with a guy that's been on the show. This will be his 4th time on the show. 4th? 2nd time this season. Yep. Is it my 4th? Yeah, because you were on the 2nd episode ever, and the Christmas special. You were on 1 time this year already.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
This will be the 4th time. That's right. Jessie Teague, the guy himself, one of my really good friends. We're chilling at his house at the moment. It's a lot of fun. We're having a good time. I've already done a impromptu stand-up special.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this man to do stand-up. I stuttered just now.
It's all good. I get nervous about doing that stuff. I mean, I do this, but this isn't standing up in front of a crowd and doing this sort of thing. And there's even been talks about the possibility of me doing like a live Adam Talks podcast show at Comic-Con Saturday.
Really?
That'd be dope, wouldn't it?
That'd be cool, dude.
Having wrestlers just drop in and be like, hey, what's up? How you doing?
That'd be really cool.
Or going around the Comic-Con and talking to people that were willing to talk to me for a couple minutes on the podcast about stuff. Anime voice actors, whatever.
Man,
that'd be really cool.
Dude, that'd be cool. You're going far.
I'm trying.
You're going all the way, dude.
I think I'm doing really good
it's
right
crazy.
now. We're recording as of time of recording this. This is July still, so this is going to come out August, which I'm taking a little bit of a break. I put a video up about it not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break between beginning, but for the whole month of July, I'm not posting anything. I'm just going to record episodes. Try to get a little bit ahead. That way I'm not stressing myself up out too much. I was doing...
Yeah, you'll have a lot of episodes saved up. You can just post them.
Basically, yeah. I have 2.
Yeah.
That's
how the professionals do it.
I was trying to do 2 episodes a week for the longest time, remember? And that got stressful because the website, the app, whatever you want to call it, Riverside, I was using, sometimes it would take a long time for the video to finish uploading to the website so I could download it on my phone. And I'd have an episode the very next day, and that video from the day before wasn't even done yet. So I had to do I had to create a whole new account with my different email address, and I just used 2 different ones. But that got stressful too.
Yeah.
I still have to have one of those episodes, or both those episodes out by the next week.
Damn.
So I was like, I'll just dial it back. We'll go back to 1 episode a week. Make it super simple. 1 episode a week, 4 episodes a month, and 1 Ask Adam each month.
Yeah.
So it's going to work out a lot
less.
A lot better for me, I'd say, in the long run. Because man, I was so stressed out.
Yeah.
I was really fucking stressed.
Dude, I can imagine. I mean,
it was so hard because you got people that really pay attention to the show are expecting 2 episodes each week.
Yeah, they're sitting there waiting on it. They're like, "Where's my Adams podcast?"
Yeah. We record on Wednesday and Thursday, and it's supposed to be released by the next Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
So that's not a big window of time that you have to do.
No, you got deadlines and all that.
So we dialed it back. I dialed it back. Going to do 1 episode a week, release each Friday, and I should have. Hopefully, I can get 4 episodes done. This will be the 2nd episode I've done so far for the month of August.
Heck yeah.
I'll have 2 more that I got. 2 more that I've got to do. I've got 1 already scheduled for next week, and then I've got to figure out somebody else. and then it's an Ask Adam episode, but I don't have to do that till like the end of the month.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put a post up probably each week, reminding people to keep asking questions, so I can answer them on the Adam Talks.
I'm gonna have to go on there and ask you some questions.
There you go, man.
Help you out a little bit.
I've been hoping that you would ask some questions. My brother has contributed. My aunt.
Where? How do I get to it?
Facebook. I do it all on Facebook on the Adam Talks podcast page. If you look into it, you'll see it. And, I've sent you an invite. I know you like the page or follow the page, whatever you want to call it. But yeah,
I don't ever get on Facebook except like once a month.
It's also on Instagram too. Yeah, I have an Instagram for it. So you go on there, you go look up the Adam Talks podcast, find my logo, follow me. I have clips up or reels up on there just like I do on the Facebook page. The TikTok page I don't really use that much. So.
Why am I thought I'd already followed it.
Yeah, I have a decent amount of
That's
people.
why I'm not seeing anything.
I think I have almost 200 followers on Facebook.
This is it, right?
Yeah. I'm 5 followers away from 200. Yeah, buddy.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. Build up my clientele. I've had all kinds of people on here. Recently.
Okay, how do I get to the questions?
Well, I'll post it up next month. Start posting each week. And I did do it just like a week in advance before, and I didn't get a ton of responses. I had to message people, hey, can you ask me a question? Hey, can you ask me a question? So if I do it this way, maybe more people will see it and they'll ask me questions. I do the same post each week. Don't forget.
You gotta advertise it.
Don't forget, at the end of the month, we have an Ask Adam episode. Feel free to drop a question for me, and I'll answer it on the Ask Adam episode.
Yeah, tell them.
So I pointed at him. I hope they saw it. I'm going to adjust that a little bit. There we go. Now, we're both in the shot pattern. Shot composition. Never mind.
No.
So, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Man. All right. This is good.
Yeah, I'm a little camera shy.
I just fall asleep. No, but how have you been, man? I know Taco Bell's remodeling right now.
Yeah,
so.
they've had me off 6 days in the past 2 weeks.
Damn, dude. How are you doing? How are you staying up?
I don't know. I'm gonna sell myself on the street. That's what I'm gonna do.
He said I went out and I became a whore.
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna have sex with everybody that gives me that $5.
As long as you got $5.
$5 sucky me love you long time.
Exactly.
That's works.
No.
But no, I bet it's kind of nice though because you have some time to yourself. You ain't gotta be all week every day and then off only like one day.
It was like a mini vacation.
Yeah.
I kept telling myself I was going to apply for a new job every day.
Yes, you've been saying that for years.
Yeah, I have.
You're going to get a new job.
Yeah, I have.
It's okay though, man. As long as you got a job and you're able to do what you need to do with it.
I'm stuck at Taco Bell. I can't leave.
You can.
They got me trapped like a prisoner.
Trapped. They tell me I'm the only good worker up here. They tell me I know everything.
They don't even tell me that anymore.
I've been there for 5 fucking years.
No, they don't even appreciate me.
Oh, let's talk about for you, man.
Yeah.
I left, and you know why I left. Yeah.
I'm the last one there.
You're the last of a dying breed, my friend.
I'm the last one from when I started.
Yeah. Oh, is Felicia even here?
Felicia's still there.
No. She came in later in my tenure.
Yeah, she wasn't there till like
2021.
Was it that long ago?
2021, I think, is the last time I worked there. 2022 was when I left Mary, and I was working there at that time because I got into a tumultuous thing that I shouldn't have. If you know, you know. But I got into a thing I shouldn't have, and while I was there, she came to work there.
Yeah.
Felicia did. So it was at the very end of my last tenure. But Taco Bell, man, they screwed me so bad. I told our old boss that I would work over. I didn't want to work overnight. So she said, if you're going to be a shift manager, you have to work at least 1 or 2 overnight shifts a week. Cool. You're keeping it at 1, maybe 2. I can deal with that. But the last day I was there, I was working overnight. Overnight shifts 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And I had almost a full-blown mental breakdown. Man. It was terrible. I went to the freezer. You open the door of the cooler, go to the back, You open the door to the freezer. I went in there. I closed the door. I punched the wall.
God, I've done that so many times.
Go inside the cooler. Punch some lettuce boxes, some cheese boxes.
I've done.
Came out. Looked.
Couple of those dents are from me in the freezer.
I understand that.
they sometimes you just gotta do it. You gotta go in there and just take your rage out.
Yeah.
And pretend it's soundproof.
I went in there.
It's not.
I got out of there.
It's not. Everybody hears what you're doing in there.
They're like, yep.
But you gotta pretend it's soundproof. You know what I mean?
They can't hear me with this freezer because I can't hear them. That's you take 5-year-old logic into play when you go into the freezer. They can't hear me because I can't hear them. That's the whole thing. I got out of there. I went and looked at the schedule again. Got more mad. Went and talked to Mike, and I was like, I gotta go smoke a cigarette. He's like, oh, okay, man. And I was there for maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was that pissed off. And I went out there and I kicked the dumpster. I hit the dumpster. I headbutted the dumpster. I was
man, I've been there.
I was on the phone with my mom.
That Taco Bell just has that. It just hits that sweet spot that makes you want to headbutt things.
Yeah, I talked to my mom. Mike came out while I was in a conversation with mom. He's like, "You need to go, man. You need to go. You know, go talk to Eddie because Eddie was." Above Mike at that point, I think.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was.
And
Mike never moved up.
No, Mike was there for like 11 years too, man. And he didn't get the respect he deserved.
No, he didn't.
Man, he was a great worker. He knew what to do. He kept his cool about 80% of the time, which is a fucking big deal at fucking fast food restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a big deal. I think that Taco Bell's like a lot of other fast food restaurants. You don't get any respect because it's all hierarchy. You get this your bottom level when you're a crew member, you're a shift lead, then you're a what is the two underneath the general manager? Assistant managers. You got 2 assistant managers, a general manager, a district manager. And then above them is like the whole thing. So if you start at the bottom, you are not getting treated good. You go up from there, you're getting treated worse because they're giving you responsibility and they don't think you're living up to it, no matter how hard you try or how good you do.
It's different now that Brittany's gone.
Oh yeah?
No. Yeah.
It's different now that Brittany's gone. Really? No. It's not. I lied just there.
No, I mean like they don't expect
much of their employees.
Yeah.
Well, I do know.
I don't know how to explain it.
The last time,
but it seems like it doesn't seem like it's run by adults anymore. You know what? That's the nicest way to put it.
I don't. Is Shelly running the store? Or is she gone again?
No, it's Bryce. Yeah. Exactly.
Shelly was there last time I knew, because that was the last
Shelly
time
doesn't even work there anymore.
Well, it happens. Shelly's strict but laid back and cool. None of that made sense, but that's exactly the way Shelly was.
It worked.
You know, man.
It worked.
She expects a certain level of ability from you, and if you're doing it, she's cool as hell. She'll work with you. She'll let you go and do whatever. She'll be lenient about some things. But if you're not trying your hardest or doing your best, you're going to get the shit end of Shelly, man. You know? But last time I was there, me and Lindsay, I told you this on the phone the other day. Me and Lindsay were there. We ordered, and we waited, no joke, an hour or more for our food.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. The lobby wasn't full at
crazy.
all. The lobby wasn't full. There's three people in the lobby probably.
Either
including us or outside of us, it doesn't matter. 3 or 4 groups of people or individuals, including us, in the store. And then there was the drive-through, and they were prioritizing drive-through over lobby and not doing the lobby's food. They were like, "We gotta get this drive-through stuff out of the way."
I mean, I've been there. I've told a customer that before, that we have to focus on drive-through because that's what corporate focuses on.
Yeah, but
I got a complaint put on me because of that.
Well,
I was being honest. I mean, we get yelled at if they don't. We're gonna have the drive-through times down. The lobby doesn't matter at all.
Here's my thought on it. You can have one person working the lobby, or 2, and then the rest of people can do drive-through shit.
That's a tip. Friggin'.
That's the simplest thing. That's the way It's the way Brittany did it, and whenever Brittany wasn't there, Jessica did it that way.
Yeah.
Whenever Jessica wasn't there, if Eddie was there, he'd do it that way. You know, the last set of people was that way. Before that, it was all kinds of fucking people. I can't even remember all their names. Sierra was one of them, I think. I can't remember her. She was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I can remember it. The blonde girl?
No, Sierra's the red-haired girl, but there's
You mean red?
There was a black manager there named Sierra, from what I remember. But anyway,
I think I remember
there was
who you're
her,
talking
there was
about.
Big Mike, there was
When was this?
all kinds of people. It was before you came back.
Oh.
There's been so many different people working at Taco Bell since I was there. There's like 4.
I'm not kidding, bro. Get stoned and watch Twilight and the second movie.
I'm sorry.
He's checking Snapchat.
I'm not kidding, bro.
From a friend from a mutual friend I know through him, Joe.
Sorry.
And
That felt very rude. I shouldn't have done that.
it happens, I guess. But we've been working on this project for a little while, and I'm talking about something we wanted to be a film, and he just responded to Jovi.
No, I didn't. What are you talking about?
Right.
I didn't do anything.
No. Jesse's cool, man. What are y'all talking about? Anyway. I don't care what any of them say. You're all right with me.
No, I'm a loser.
No.
That's the end of it.
No. Anyway, we've been working on this project, and you got all your lines done in it. And it's a project we want it to be. I want it to be, whenever I originally wrote it, a film. And we had the idea of how we wanted to do it and everything, but it just didn't work out the way we wanted it to. So it sat for a little while, and then I kind of changed it to an audio drama. And now we have this. The progress we have on it so far is
I won't answer it.
32. Okay. 32 around 32 and a half minutes of an audio drama called Grief. And he plays the best friend of the main character,
I think
Carson.
I do a great job.
I think you did an amazing job.
One of the best I've done.
It's really good. What are your thoughts on Grief?
It's really good so far. We watched what you got.
Yeah.
Like what was it? 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 32 and a half.
I was holding back tears near the end.
There were some parts, man, that really get you in it.
Yeah.
It has an all-star cast, including you, Mike. I narrate it. That's all I do. I don't do anything other than read the narrations for it. We have a guy who's been in Voorhees Night of the Beast. He played an EMT on Stranger Things. He's played in Voorhees After the Beast. He's played in all kinds of awesome movies. James Stokes plays David, the therapist of Anthony, the main character. Mike plays Anthony, the main character. And Julia DeBerkowski plays Sarah, the wife of Anthony, and Justin Russell plays Anthony's father in the movie. All-star
Lots
cast,
of people.
man.
Biggest cast we've had.
Initial thoughts on what you watched. What did you think about it, man?
I mean, it looked like something. Like, it was really good. I like the cast, the audio, it looked like something you just put up on the TV and listen to.
Yeah, man. It's what's called an animatic. It's just a slideshow, essentially.
Yeah.
But I used Microsoft Copilot to make all of these images that we see on this thing, and I put little effects on it in some places. You see videos in the background at times.
Yeah, that was really cool.
There's a couple of times like
you made my character Carson look like me but ginger.
Yeah. It's really.
I gotta blow my nose real quick.
You're good. It's a project that we've been working on very hard, and it's something that I think everyone's going to be able to relate to. You know, it was written from a place in my heart, in a very dark kind of time for me that I was working through something before, like right at the beginning. Right at the end of an old relationship, and right at the beginning of mine and my wife's relationship. So it's a project, I think, an audio drama or a animatic that I think a lot of people are going to be able to relate to in a lot of ways. I think the tone and I think the mood is something that is very, because it's very relatable, because it's something everybody goes through. It's not a breakup in this film, animatic audio drama. I think it's not a breakup. It's something more serious. Basically, this guy's wife passes away, and he's got to deal with all the emotions from it. He's got all these people around him that try to help him, and that's the gist of it. So we've all experienced death in our lives. We've all experienced somebody who's
unfortunately
passed away that's been close to us. We've all had to figure out our own way of working through it, and I think this movie really, or this audio drama, really helps people will help people to kind of see somebody else's perspective and be able to feel it. You can feel how these characters feel, interact. I think the character of Anthony, the main character, you can relate to in a big way. Would you say?
Yeah.
I
agree.
I think that Anthony's like a lot of us, in a lot of different ways. And I think Carson's a lot like us in a lot of ways too. Whenever you know somebody who's passed away that's close to you, you try your best to help them, and sometimes you just gotta let them figure it out.
You gotta let them. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, sometimes you just gotta let it take its course.
This movie is longer than the Brothers movie.
Yeah, way longer. I mean, you're only partially done with it. It's already 30 minutes.
Yeah, we have the Brothers movie was 29, and this one's already 32.
It's crazy.
And like I said, all-star lineup of cast. I'm very thankful for that. You know, I'm thankful that through this show, I've got to meet so many awesome people, be able to interact with them, have them on the show and talk to them and stuff.
Yeah.
The other thing that we've not talked about on this a ton is the Hooded Man. Because there hasn't been a ton of stuff to talk about.
We haven't done much in a long time.
We haven't done much in a long time. We have maybe 13 minutes of the full thing done, and honestly, we're wanting to make it around 30 minutes, 30 to 45. That was the goal.
That'd be really cool if we could get it to do that.
We've got about
get it that long.
Half of it, I would say, with where we're at now. What do you, who do you feel the character of the Hooded Man, Carson Jones, is?
Well, he's a man determined to save his city. That's for sure. And avenge his dad's death.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's very determined. That's for sure. He's got his mindset.
Definitely, man. I think that we'll see him grow a lot. Yes, wouldn't you say so?
Yeah. Like, he goes through a lot of development.
I think a lot of the times, you know, we see these movies with these heroes and stuff, and they already know who they are. They're already there. They're already at the point where they're like, I know where I am. I'm this guy. I'm this person. But it's not a lot of the times that you see a character that's got to grow, that still has a lot of growth to do with what he's doing. Even this one, I'm thinking, if I'm right, he's been doing this from the opening audio for about a year.
Yeah,
so he's fresh into
right.
his journey.
Yeah, he's right in the beginning.
Yeah, just starting. How would you say his attitude is at the beginning?
He's really cocky. He thinks he can beat anybody. That's for sure. He's a jokester, that's for sure. He tries to joke a little bit.
That has a smart mouth on.
Yeah.
I feel like the overconfidence at the beginning probably is what may hurt him at times. And without going into too much detail, I think that he is going to grow and learn a lot in this 30-minute span of a movie of making. You know, I think that what we got coming is really good stuff.
Yeah.
As far as the Hooded Man and as far as grief. But I do know that we've been talking about something else that you've been wanting to do for a little while, and I haven't got the chance to talk to you about it specifically. But you've been wanting to do a horror movie, a full-length horror movie.
That'd be really
or
cool.
Or a short film, either way, 30 minutes or an hour, either way.
It'd be really cool if I could get something like that done.
Yeah. What kind of movies would inspire that for you? What kind of movies would really make that movie? Like, what movies would you take from and be like, I want some of this, and I want some of this?
It's a tough question.
There's a lot of freaking good horror movies.
Yeah, there's a lot of horror movies. A lot of them aren't good anymore. I don't get scared of a lot of them anymore.
Yeah. I think that the 2 little skits we did were really good.
Those are really
the
good.
TikTok skits that we did?
I've done a couple on my own on TikTok.
I saw those. Those are really cool, man. Just somebody watching at the end of the bed, just looking at you. And then you're like, put the cover over my head, don't look down. It's a really cool move. It's a really cool little clips that you're doing. And I think that you've kind of got the same sort of thought, like, what if you wake up and somebody's just there?
Yeah.
How do you react to that? You know, how does that calculate? How do you come up with those things? Is it just on the fly? You're like, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah. My first couple videos, I got inspiration. I can't think of his name right now, but there was some dude on TikTok that was making videos like that. Like the video I had with the hammer, I got that idea from him. But a lot of the videos I did, like the one where the dude with the beard was standing there, or like you said, the one where you're standing at the end of the bed and I just covered myself up. Yeah, those were all on the fly.
Oh wow, man!
Did you see the puppet ones?
I don't think I have. Or
You
is
haven't
it where
seen-
the puppet moves?
Kind of.
No, just show me after the show.
Yeah.
Here it is.
I was thinking about just pulling it, self promo, you know.
I think you do really cool shit. Now, why? What do you think goes into a good scary movie? What makes it scary for you?
Making the audience feel like they're there. You know.
Yeah. How does that?
I don't know how to do it, but some movies do. I'm not a good I can't describe. I don't know how to describe it.
It's something that has to. I feel like it's something. It has to be something you can see anywhere, like any time of the day. You know. So if it's in your room at night, like that one little minute long, however long it was, clip of someone being at the end of your bed, everyone has experienced that feeling. Someone's watching you.
Yeah.
And then you show it in this little clip, and I'm like, that's really cool. That's a cool thing. I think it's because it's relatable. It's something we can see in everyday life.
Yeah, you can imagine it happening to you.
Yeah, man.
That's where the real good horror movie comes from.
I think so. For me, I think when I was younger, Halloween 4 and 5 scared me because it was all about Michael Myers chasing his niece, who was like a little girl at the time. And I was 13 or so, and I've never been tall. So shorter than I am now, hard to believe, I know. But I was shorter than I am now. I was a very thin, very small kid. And
Yeah?
I'd see him coming
I
after
can
this
see it.
little girl. And, no, shit.
I'm sorry.
Shit happens, dude. Shit happens. I could see him coming for me because I was that little girl in that scene. As unbelievable as Michael Myers is, he's probably still my favorite horror movie character.
Michael Myers is more believable than a lot of the older slashers.
The blank face, the William Shatner white bleach white mask with the hair sticking up in the jumpsuit, and him and Jason walk everywhere, and somehow they just appear right beside you.
Hey, I mean, it makes sense. That's how humans used to hunt back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
We're distance predators. We chase you down until you're tired, and then we chase you some more. You know?
Yeah. What would an ideal horror movie look like for you?
You're asking me that question on the fly?
Yeah, buddy.
No time to think?
Thinking is now, right? I've never done this before.
I don't think.
Just do.
Yeah. You know, if it's not spontaneous, then it doesn't happen. You know? I'm never gonna make it.
I know there's a project that you've wanted to work on for a long time, and we've talked about so many different times, and it's a little ditty called Black Creek.
Yeah.
It's something you've wanted for a long time. It's something that me and you created together.
Yeah.
Elves, different realms.
Now that I could talk
A
about.
detective show where you came up with the lore for it. You
Now
came
that-
up with the backstory, the language of the elves, and
Now, if we
stuff.
could get back into that, that'd be cool, but no. Camera's dying.
It's trying to. It's 20% right
Oh,
now.
that's not bad.
Nah, I gotta charge it.
But no, that's just a bit, such a bit,
Such a bitch. Whatever that means.
my tongue's tied. Such a big project.
Yeah, it was. I think it was 5 episodes. Each episode about 10 to 12 minutes each. Something
Yeah,
like that, you know.
if not
it was
longer.
almost an hour long for the whole season. You would watch it at.
I made the whole lore. Like I came up with the language.
Why? That means hello.
Yeah.
I have a
I
clip
came
on
up
my
with
phone, I'll show you here
language.
in a
I
little
came
bit.
up with history. I came up with like a back like
It was really something.
info for season 2. Like,
Yeah, we had a whole thing, man, and
and then we just abandoned it.
well, we didn't have people. We didn't have a lot of time. I was in a really shitty relationship at that time,
Yeah.
and I couldn't come around hardly at all. So that's part of the couple different reasons why we couldn't do a lot of things back then. Now I'm able to do more stuff. It's just I still have a lot of sort of flashback sort of times where I get nervous about talking to Lindsay about anything, and it's because I've been
PTSD, man.
yeah, I've been trained that way by my ex. You know, you don't get to do this. You can't do this and that without getting into any more detail than I have to. If you know, you know. Without getting into any more detail than I have to about that, I'm in a much better place now to where I can do more. That's why we were able to get the Brothers movie made when we did. That took 3 days, something like that. 3 days total of recording. I think out of a week or two, we'd go meet up on Wednesdays or Thursdays and record or something like that. I think.
Yeah.
And we got that movie done pretty quick, man. And it worked out really good. It was still, in my opinion, it's a really good movie. If you haven't watched the Brothers movie, go look at the Shirley Boy Entertainment page. Watch it. There's a little making of documentary that's about 5 minutes long or something. It's really cool. This
Yeah.
guy's in it. Mike's in it, and it's just a movie that I hold really close to me because it came from a TikTok thing that I was doing.
I remember seeing that on TikTok,
Yeah.
and we were suddenly making the whole movie.
I was making pieces of the movie. I had like 2 parts of it out or something, and the first part was these 2 brothers, Donnie and Tony, have this New Yorker accent, sort of Bostonian accent, New York accent, whatever. One was a cop, the other one was in a gang. The cop brother was trying to talk his gang member brother out of doing whatever he was going to do. He was like, "You left us you left our gang. You were part of this. Blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And then the second episode is the brother coming to his cop brother and telling him he was right. I need to get out of this, you know. And I took those 2 small little
Made a
2
whole
to 3
movie out
minute
of it.
clips, and I used that a little bit of dialogue that I had made up on the spot, much like your spontaneous stuff in there. I made those 2
Yeah.
on the spot, just recording it outside, going on a walk, whatever. I recorded those, and I was like, what if we could do a whole movie out of this? I don't need many people for it. Me, Mike, and Jesse can help. So I
Yeah.
wrote the whole thing. I played 2 characters. You played the bad guy, and Mike played the police captain. And
That's all we do.
it worked out great. The bad thing was we didn't have much backstory for a lot of the characters. For either the police captain, he was just an extra basically there that had 2 big parts in the whole movie, 2 or 3 big parts in the movie. And your character had like 2 or 3 big parts in the movie. The rest of it was Donnie and Tony talking to each other in one way or another, you know. And your character didn't have much of anything. And we talked about this earlier. It was just basically me going, all right, you're a gang leader, you're a bad guy, and go.
Yeah. I had no script, nothing.
We got a script for it. We didn't have the
No, yeah.
characters.
Sorry.
We didn't have the characters.
That was a different movie. No, the Brothers movie, we had a script. Yeah, I didn't know anything about the
If we
character.
jump to the Hooded Man, back to the Hooded Man, we did 2 separate Hoodie movies before that.
Yeah.
We did a 7 or a 10-minute cut, and then we did a 15-minute movie with Josh, I think. And that
Yeah,
movie
that guy.
will never see the light of day because of very sensitive reasons. But yeah, I think all the stuff that we've done so far has been really cool. You made your first debut in the Syndazine movies as Punchline.
Yeah.
The very last one, Doctor's Orders.
Yeah,
That one was something else because we just kind of did everything on the fly. I told him
that was the movie I was talking about a second ago. No script.
I told him I want this character to feel like crazy, maniacal. He's unhinged. He doesn't tell the same story twice. He's an unreliable narrator. That's pretty much all I gave him. I said, now you're talking to a dead body that you just killed.
Yeah.
Action.
I've never been good at improv, but hey, I figured something out.
Yeah, and it worked really good. I wish I would have had you throughout the entire filming process for that character, but I didn't. And it kind of sucked because we had a guy who's passed away. His name was David. Is in his 50s, mid 50s, late 50s. I can't remember. He may have even been in his 60s. But
Oh, he passed away?
yeah, he passed away.
Oh, man, I thought he just moved away.
No, he passed away, and he wasn't, he was up there a little bit in age, so he wasn't able to move around a lot. He wasn't able to do a lot of stuff that you could do. And he wasn't able to bring this character to life the way that you did.
Yeah.
I think it was really good. But with your downtime, what you've been doing since you haven't been working, like you catch what'd you say, 6 days, 3 days?
Scrolling through TikTok. I'm a loser.
I'm a loser. I don't have one.
No, I hang out with a couple friends, but mostly just sat on my couch, scroll through TikTok. I don't know. I'm addicted.
Doom scrolling is what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I catch myself doing that sometimes, but most of the time I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do, what my next project will be, or who my next guest will be. Or me and Lindsay are watching a movie on Netflix.
Yeah?
Yeah, we watch Netflix a lot.
Man.
Which is cool. She doesn't like watching commercials, but we have commercials on Hulu, Disney Plus, and stuff like that. So if I want to watch something like that, it just doesn't happen that often. If I want to watch something with her on there, it doesn't happen a lot because there's commercials on it. She doesn't like the commercials.
Oh, man.
It's my mom's account, so I mean, it's not like I pay for it or anything. But I did see something really cool recently. HBO Max is joining up with Hulu and Disney Plus.
Really?
Yeah.
That's going to be cool. I already
It's
have
gonna be
the
like-
Disney Plus Hulu thing.
It's going to be $16 a month for ad version of it, and then it's like 20 or 30 something.
Only
bucks.
$16 a month? It's already $9 for Hulu and Disney Plus. That's just what, an extra...
$5 or $6, something like that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And then if you want the bigger, the premium version with no ads, it's like $25, $30. But you get no ads on anything, Hulu or nothing.
Listen, I kind of like ads. It brings me back to my childhood when we had to watch commercials.
I fucking hated that shit. Watching commercials.
It's like almost nostalgic, you know?
But I get it. I do get it. You wanna take a break, go get you a drink or something. You have commercials, so you can go get you a drink.
Watching
get you
TV, suddenly I can have a second to scroll through TikTok. Fucking yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to watch ads on the TV. Let's just watch some
Ads on my phone.
3-minute clips of people putting stuff together. Lindsay's into ASMR stuff big time. You watch any of that stuff where it's like.
Nah, I never really watched any of that.
I'm like, why? I'll turn the volume off and watch them make whatever they're making. Because I don't like hearing all that. It's super quiet, but then you hear like.
Yeah. You hear every little click of their tongue.
They're tapping their fingers on whatever it is to show it's like, but you can hear it. I'll watch, I think, as far as doom scrolling goes, I've either watched comedy stuff. I've been watching, here recently though, I've been watching a lot more of the stuff, like the stuff that hits you in your emotions. So like, whenever soldiers come home and they surprise their family, I'll be sitting there watching some of the stuff.
Get you crying.
Yeah, I'll watch that stuff on TikTok. there's some videos I have saved on my TikTok where it's like a boy who hasn't seen his best friend comes to visit and they haven't seen each other in like 5 years or something.
Damn.
So the other kid's like, oh my God! He takes his headphones off, he's gaming or something.
They get so excited.
And they like hug each other
yeah.
and the boy's like squeezing him and he's crying and stuff. I'm like, ah. You know, there's a whole bunch of really, really heartwarming things on there that I watch. But also, I like watching on Facebook when I'm scrolling through Reels.
I ain't going on Facebook.
I like Facebook. I like Instagram. I'm not a big TikToker anymore. That's okay.
TikTok's where it's at.
You know, a couple months ago, you were saying the exact opposite, right?
What are you talking about?
He said,
This man's lying. I don't know what he's talking about.
I remember coming over here specifically, you saying, I don't know about TikTok, man. But it wasn't like, it was like, I don't know about TikTok, man. I don't know. No, the government, man, they're getting involved in it, dude.
Oh, yeah. I was saying that they're going to get rid of it.
Yeah. You better get off of there. And I'm like,
I didn't say get off of it.
yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. You're making. I don't remember saying that.
I'm not a liar. I'm a podcaster. Anyways.
You're gaslighting me.
Don't you remember?
No.
You and me were on the Eiffel Tower, and you said you were going to blow a bubble around
We
us and we'd
were?
throw it away. Yeah.
I believe you.
I just gaslit you, bro.
I believe him.
I tell the truth.
You guys believe him too,
I tell
right?
the truth. I'm a journalist with integrity. I'm a podcaster, damn it.
They would never lie.
No, but man, it's been awesome. I've been over here for, I don't know, nearly 3 hours, which is an hour longer than I told my wife I was going to be over here.
Yeah?
But she's probably still taking a nap, and if she's not, honey, I'm sorry. We've been over here, and I've had a really good time. We've chilled. We've watched the Grief. I've showed him other things on my phone. We've talked about what we want to do with the Hooded Man movie, and we were going to do some TikTok stuff, but
We couldn't think of anything.
then he had the idea. He said, "You gotta get me back on there sometime." So I was like, "Oh, we could have done it this whole time."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Fuck, we'll just get it done right now."
Might as well.
Ain't no
we
reason
got a
not.
stand and a camera,
Yeah,
you know.
we're reaching the end of the episode, man.
Yeah. It's about 40
So,
minutes.
Usually, you know how it works. You've been on here enough. 3 things that I'm grateful for. You could say 3 things you're grateful for, and then the end of it.
I forget about this part every
End
time.
the episode. For me, they don't ever change.
Yeah.
My support system, you, any other friends, my wife, Lindsay, the 2 girls, my family, anybody who supports me in this stuff, wrestling, whatever.
That's a good one.
Support system super important to me. I'm so grateful for them. Number 2, also you, special guests that choose to come on the show, because you don't have to.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to.
Adds a little bit of flair.
I'm just some guy that likes talking.
I'm not famous. I'm not a pro wrestler. I'm
Not
just
famous,
I'm
and I
a
am
Taco
pro
Bell
wrestler.
employee who has dreams.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to help you achieve those dreams if I can
Hell yeah.
through the contacts I've made through this. But any guests that choose to come on, because they don't have to. I'm just some dude that likes talking to people. And
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate and lucky that people choose to come and talk to me. You know, I've only had one person that I've had to pay to come on the show, and it was a really cool conversation. So
Yeah, you paid someone to come on?
yeah.
Who was that?
Not Erica Torres, Emma Diaz. She's going under the ring name Carolina Cruz now.
Oh, okay.
Wrestling in
No idea who that is.
wrestling in Booker T's Reality of Wrestling
Okay.
and other promotions. But she came on the show. She was former WWE.
Oh.
She was in NXT for a little bit, which is
Okay.
WWE's another brand on WWE like SmackDown and Raw. And they have NXT, which is a pseudo developmental brand where they kind of learn and hone their craft.
Okay.
She was on the developmental brand. She was also on the Roku original show, WWE Next Gen. So she
Okay.
came on here and talked to me for about an hour. It was pretty cool. Had a really good
Heck
conversation
yeah.
with her. But like I said, the guests, super grateful for them. And the third one is slightly different, I think, than the other times that I've talked to you. the good Lord above and my ability to be able to do, any of this. Because without God in my mind, nothing's possible. With Him, anything's possible.
Yeah.
I also am very grateful for having the ability to do the things that I do, because some people would be stricken with fear and not be able to talk to anybody, be afraid to communicate, be afraid to say anything, not know what to really say about anything, Also, just having the ability, the gift of gab, as they would call it. Very grateful for that. So, right now, my guy, Jessie Teague, what are 3 things you're thankful for?
The cats.
One of them there.
The cats.
Keep you sane?
Yeah, they do. My family. And my friends. I think those are some good ones.
Oh, man, definitely do that. I've had an awesome time hanging out with you, man. If they want to check out your TikTok, where are they going to find you?
Lovely. I think it's either Lovely Talkative Drum or Love Talk Drum. Let me check real quick. Go there. I don't know if you can see that. No. Oh, there we go.
Not saw.
There you go.
Lovely Talkative Drum. That's what you're looking for. You go and find him on there, follow him. He's doing all kinds of awesome stuff, and you may even catch him on
I do
a
stuff
live.
sometimes.
You may even catch him on a live at times.
I go live. You might catch me singing on a live.
Yeah, man. And you can talk to him, ask him questions, get to know Jessie for a little bit.
I don't want you guys getting to know me. No. Don't ask me questions.
If you want to know him, go and watch or listen to the other episodes of the show.
Exactly.
Go to the first episode where he talks about politics and aliens and AI.
I don't know what I was talking about.
Go to the
that
second
episode.
one where we're just chit-chatting on a Christmas special.
Yeah.
Or the last one where we talk about a lot of the same stuff we talked about on this one. And watch this one again.
Just keep watching them. Give them more views.
So guys, until next time, this is Jessie, I'm Adam, and I will see you on the very next episode. Always remember to listen when Adam talks. You guys have a great rest of your day, evening, or night, and we will see you very, very soon on another episode of the Adam Talks podcast.
Come join the fun.